ụtụtụ ọma, mgbede ọma, ehihie ọma, whenever the time it is you're watching this video from, mana mara mgbe ọbụla iji na-ele ihe nkiri a video a kwa msị ka anyị kwuo maka the word ka n'asụsụ Igbo. Okay, ọ bụ ihe anyị kwesịrị ikwu na klaasị anyị nke anyị na-emerọ that we missed. Okay, so after watching this video, because buru ni nwere ajụjụ, there are questions, because you're free to ask your questions though. Okay, yeah, so ka can be used in different ways in Igbo language. In our it has different meanings though. Yes, in Igbo language can be used in different forms. Don't be surprised if there's you'll be saying some or see a sentence in a Bekee and then it will not have any of the listed meanings of ka in that English sentence, because don't let it confuse you. Don't use English language as a basis of translation na asụsụ Igbo. In Agota, there are things you see in English will not be in Igbo. Sometimes in Igbo language you see those English words will be subtracted. Sometimes in English, like when you see those sentences in English, we'll add even more words in Igbo. These are ways to, our languages we do it, just to make that sentence more, better, suitable, in that, so let's say to align with the rules of that language. So don't be surprised, because somewhere a time I had one of my students ask me the question, we're doing a translation from English to Igbo. And then when a particular sentence was translated from English to Igbo, we said that, but there is no this ka in this English sentence. Say yes, it's not necessary you always find one word that is in Igbo inside that English word, but we translate it in a way that when we say it's in Igbo, or di utonante, or di manante, and even when you say it, or di kwa manonu dika is in Ekuya, and you know you are saying the right thing, not that you are reading something and translating to something else. So ka has different ọrụ dị iche iche ọ na-arụ n'asụsụ Igbo. The first one, nke mbụ, is when we want to compare things. When we want to compare, anyị chọrọ ime comparison, ka nwekwara its own function. Number one, ọ na-eme when you're comparing to show something is better than, bigger than, more than. That ka will give us that meaning. Let's say, for example, Mary ka John ogologo, Abaka Ọnịcha mma. It appears in our names too sometimes. Udoka, Nwaka ego, Ndụka akụ, Chika, and so on. So you should compare more than, more, better than, bigger than. The next example, when you're using as and the like, the literature students, so ndị na-agụ literature, they understand this one as simile. When you're trying to compare something to the other, ihe dị iche abụọ, Emeka is like a dog on the field, or lion on the field. You understand if you're a literature student. So, like maọbụ as, the word is dika. The short form for that word dika is ka. Either you're saying dika or you're saying ka to mean as or like. Examples are nwere John dika nna ya. Another example, Okoro mara mma ka nwaanyị. Or the way I call my son, nwoke mara mma ka nwaanyị. So that's like, maọbụ as. Anya ya na-acha ka ọkụ. Anya ya na-acha, his eyes is shining like fire or like light. Anya ya na-acha ka ọkụ. So that's using it as or like. Then ka also another meaning o nwekwara bụ not yet. Can you tinye ya as a negative verb kwa? You can put it that way. When it has not happened yet, or the in the negative, not yet. So ka can also mean not yet. Remember, we're given two reasons now. The first reason, when you're comparing more than, bigger than. The second one, like or as. The third one, nke atọ kịta bụ not yet. Ihe emebero. Okay. Ọ ka bịabero. He has not yet come. Ọ Ike, rironri. He has not yet eaten his or her food. Next example, still. Still. Okay. The example for still, like when na sentence is na Igbo. Anyị ka na-eche gị. We are still waiting for you. Anyị ka na-eche gị. Ọ ka na-eme ya. Nneka ka fụrụ gị n'anya. So ka has the word still na bekee. It has the word as and like na bekee. It has the word not yet na bekee. It has the word more than, bigger than, more na bekee. It has the words not yet. The next one, we want to describe the manner. It's uhesi, me. We talked about those ones when we did adverbs and adjectives. So, in a manner, kedu kosi me? How did it happen? Kedu ko ne mege? How is it happening? Want to know? So when you use that ka in that sense, it might not be there in English, but know that one is asked you for manner. It's there. So another one is you want to give reasons. It's showing you reasons. Okporo ka m gwa gị na ọ naghị abịa. Okporo m ka m bịa. O nyere m ka m jide. Is giving reasons. Ka has entered in a sentence where you want to give reasons. Ka can also enter in a sentence that you're using to ask question. Okay, and iji ajụ ajụjụ. Okay, example, gịnị ka o kwuru? Gịnị ka ọ na-eme? Onye ka ọ kpọrọ? If you look at those sentences in English, there's nothing like maybe on here, but man, we know that ka has abanyela na that question just to make it more to call the alternate, make it more complete. Then two, two, very. All the koto is very sweet. All the koto, all the kanjo. See, like so ugly, very ugly. All the kanjo. Omakama. Nne. When somebody gives a compliment, hi, nne, imakazi. I don't know if you've heard any Igbo people give that kind of compliment. Imakazi. Ojoka. Ejoka. Like you're very ugly. More. So ka as giving two. Or they can comparing very big, more. Another one. So that, so as, or that. This one is very most times on banyekari na asusai. Okoro sika ngwa gị na ijidere ya ego. Okoro said that. Okoro sika. Mechie ya ka ọ hapụ isi. Mechie ya ka ọ hapụ isi. Close so that you not smell. So it can mean that. It can mean so that. It can understand as you can understand it as when it comes in the form of manner. We can understand ka also when it comes as a question. It can come up for in reason, giving reasons. Manner, let, may. Okay, let me explain this let and may. May I? In the Bekee, Hannah carry that one. May I have the honor of this? May I have this that? May I call you? May I? Now it will also ask is ka. Biko bia kam chotara go. Please come. Let me find money for you. Chere kam gwaya. Wait. Let me call you. So ka, can mean let. Ka can also mean may. Now what that? May I? Let me. Okay, you can give examples on your own. Now, my example, my assignments, my mobile practice work. I don't like using the word assignment. So practice work here, you're going to give me one example each with all the listed examples of ka. One example each. Sentences na Bekee na Igbo. Iswoya na Igbo. The English and the Igbo meaning of whatever every example you give, one by one, note to note. That's what you are going to do for me. With all the listed examples where ka or what it can be used for, this is what you should do. One examples each with all of them, your own sentences. Imechaya is teremia na WhatsApp. And I want to hear your voice. How did this one? Most time when I say I want you to record, I add the mpa. If it's not important for you, but for me, you add the mpa. I want to hear how you will speak that Igbo that you are writing, if you write it well. Sometimes we want to write what we use, but we cannot write it well. Now, sometimes what we want to say, we say it well rather than writing it well. So write it and still say it out. I want to natural fire. So this is what we're going to. This is where we end the lesson for today for car. Oroko bochozo. We're going to do another episode of this. Like you miss a class, well, let's hope we don't miss our class again. But if you have questions, you can ask me. I'm always open for questions. So, Cordino or Bochos or Mbozo. Okay, Messia.